Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I know this is the weirdest way to welcome you back to another vlog. However, we have some things we need to discuss, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Basically, this video is gonna be a weekend vlog about, well, I was attempting to make it a productive weekend in my life considering we moved to Dallas in 5 days, right? So it's Saturday morning right now. We moved to Dallas Thursday. So I'll be moving Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all next weekend. But life has looked honestly a little bit hectic this week. I have been like grinding. It's been a good productive week, but I mean, like, as you can see, I look like crap. I've kind of honestly like ran my body down into the ground. I think I truthfully have been sleeping like crap because my anxiety is through the roof. Not in like a bad way, but more so just in like a nervous way. Like, I have so much to handle. My mind is constantly running with the move, and we had stuff to deal with our dog and everything with work and content, and like obviously it's like, okay, when you're trying to keep up with your regular life while also moving that life 5 hours away, it's a lot to handle, right? Especially because I had a lot of stress on me. We seriously just finalized our lease yesterday and we move in 4 days. So if you can imagine, that was a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. But now obviously with moving and coordinating movers and trying to get there a day before my husband does, and like getting utilities and like all of this stuff on top of normal work, on top of content, on top of whatever. Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a lot going on in my life right now, and I feel like across this last week, like Monday, I went into the week so headstrong, like, okay, we're gonna get everything figured out, we're gonna be so productive. I'm also trying to like see my friends and balance like visiting people before I leave too, so that I don't just out the wazoo not see them for months. So that's also been stuff I've been trying to pack into my schedule as well. Anyways, with all that being said, right, I have ate completely on track this week with my nutrition. I have killed all of my workouts this week. The reverse diet is going great. But then on top of that, Thursday night, I got freaking food poisoning. I got food poisoning from some salmon we cooked at home, so that was disgusting. So then my appetite was trash and I felt like crap the next day. But I kept pushing because I had so much to do and so much on my schedule. I just had a lot of things due for work this week too. This morning, I was supposed to have, and like I said, I've been sleeping like crap. I think I've been getting like 5 hours of sleep. I've been having to take like 20-minute power naps every day because I'm not getting as much sleep as I projected. This morning, plans were to wake up. Me and my husband had to drive and take our dog because he's doing training. So we had to take him an hour away, drop him there. And plan was, as soon as I get back, to come and get ready, go and do my 7.5 mile long distance run that I have on my training schedule for today, and be so productive and pack just like we did last night, pack a lot of stuff up to get ready for the move. And seriously, y'all, this morning I felt like crap. I slept probably 5 hours, maybe 4.5 hours last night. Thought process, anxiety spiraling. I was like, couldn't go to sleep. I had to take a melatonin. Then I woke up early. We went and got a coffee, and I did eat breakfast, but I guess, I don't know, something, I'm still messed up from the food poisoning. And so then I drank my coffee, and we were on the hour drive for like all up in these hills and stuff on this alternative route. Long story short, I feel like crap and I'm so tired and I feel nauseous and I just feel like I'm doing too much. So I have to listen to my own advice and rest, which is hard for me to do sometimes because I feel like I have productivity anxiety, where it's like if I'm not doing something, especially if I have big things coming up in life, if I'm not doing something all the time and being productive in some sort of area, whether that be like my relationships or work or home life or like whatever, if I'm not doing something, or fitness, sometimes I just like beat myself up, right? And I know that's something that a lot of people can relate to. But I'm also being real with myself, and I'm like, okay, Kelly, next week needs to be a good week and you need to be going into it recovered. If not, you're gonna push this off and it's gonna be absolutely miserable, and that's the last thing that I want. I am going to chill. We got home around 10. I've been laying in bed since. It's 11 now. I've been laying in bed editing content because that's something that I can still do and be productive with while I lay here. So I edited 3 TikToks, got 2 of them posted, and then have 1 ready to post for tonight. And then I thought to myself, okay, I can start my YouTube vlog while I lay here too. Once I do this intro, I'm going to turn on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I've been watching, I think I'm on like episode 4 or something. The tea, I feel like the tea and like the drama and the craziness this season is like even worse than last season, and I didn't think that could happen. So also, I don't know if this is popular opinion because I haven't seen any opinions on my TikTok yet. Macy is seriously my favorite. I love her so much. She's like so unproblematic, and which, keep in mind, I'm not through the season, so if she does something crazy, or if she does something stupid, like, don't hold me to saying this. But last season and this season, she's always just been my favorite. I feel like I can relate to her a lot, and I just really like her. She has like a good head on her shoulders. But anyways, I love her, love that girl. So I'm gonna allow myself to sit here and chill and just relax and have a slow Saturday morning for once, because the next few Saturdays of my life are probably gonna be crazy. And I feel like ever since New York for a half marathon that weekend and all the weekends after that, I had been like running like a maniac, because we went to Dallas 2 weekends in a row too. We're gonna have a chill Saturday. My husband is doing closing shift. He's at the gym right now. He closes at work tonight, so he's working for like 1 day. I have no child at home because we took my dog to training. Also woke up this morning and it was pouring down rain, thunderstorms outside, so I couldn't have ran if I wanted to, unless I want to do it on the treadmill, which I have 7.5 miles, which I really don't want to do on the treadmill. Anything over 5 miles on the treadmill, I really am just like not into, so I avoid it if I can. I already have lunch pre-logged in, so I'll show you all the recipe that I'm making that I've been loving, which has been like my go-to lunch lately to get some extra healthy fats in while also staying really high protein, hitting my protein goal. So I'm going to take y'all along for that. That's what we'll do next. But yeah, I'm kind of contemplating and just writing out the day and seeing how it feels. It's supposed to stop raining here around 2, so when Kylan gets back from the gym, I'll probably just stay in bed until he gets back and leaves. Then I'll make lunch, have lunch. Probably if I feel better, I may go on my run, but we may push it to tomorrow. So we'll just see. I have a little of a packed day tomorrow, but I think I can fit it in if I'm smart. I'm just gonna see how I feel, and if I don't feel like I have the energy, then I'm not gonna go, and I'm just gonna like relax today. I'll probably go on a walk and, you know, do some more packing and stuff later in the evening, but we'll see how I feel around this afternoon after lunch. If everything goes well, then I may go on the run. If not, we're just gonna call it a chill Saturday and vibe out. That's enough of my negativity. I promise I'll try to be more positive and peppy whenever we come back. Take this as your sign that, babe, sometimes you're just gonna have to slow down. Hi girlies, we're to lunch now. I still look literally a mess, so no judgment necessary, but I have my ingredients ready. I just steamed a bowl of green beans in the microwave. This is like 4 ounces. After those come out of the microwave, I like to throw on some honey sting and garlic seasoning, and then also this like complete seasoning, and it usually sticks pretty well like once you just throw it over the green beans and stuff. And then my chicken nuggets just got done out of the air fryer. These are the real good chicken tenders, or I like the nuggets a lot better than the tenders actually. But I like to cut everything up in bite size because I'm actually a child. So I like cut my green beans up like this, just so that I can like get bites with everything in it. Does that make sense? Like I want my bite to have a little bit of every single thing. And when your green beans are so big, you can't do that. You'll know it's so toxic. I literally programmed in a yogurt bowl for dinner. I do it every time my husband works. And then my chicken tenders, I just cut these up and put them on top too. But yeah, every time my husband works, I program in a yogurt bowl for dinner because I love, like, I look forward to him for breakfast every single day, don't get me wrong. However, when I can have him for dinner, I don't really feel the necessity to have like a sweet treat per se, because the yogurt bowl is the sweet treat. So then I'm eating dinner and a sweet treat in one, and I don't have to make 2 things because I'm lazy. So I already have it programmed in for dinner. This is lunch. I'm probably gonna have a little meal. I have some good caloric room in between this and dinner, which is honestly good because it's only 12:16. Usually I eat lunch around like 1:30. Usually 1:30 is probably the average time, I would say. But since we ate breakfast, I ate breakfast pretty early this morning. I ate a bagel, like a cottage cheese bagel, around like before we left at like 7. Normally my body gets hungry like seriously every 4 hours. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better than I was earlier, not gonna lie, which is good because I need to get some things done today. Okay, but what we're gonna do on the side of this meal, I'm gonna toast 2 pieces of keto bread and make my avocado toast with this. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but I love having variety with meals. Like having different parts of meals makes me feel like I'm just like satisfying all my cravings. So our green beans and chicken tenders are in our bowl like this. This is when I go in and add all of my toppings. This recipe was such a hit on TikTok. Low-key went viral, as it should. Guys, I'm such a weirdo about the food, or the spoons that I eat my food with. I'm obsessed with these. I got them from Walmart for like $1. They come with the forks and knives and everything. Now I'm going in with the Good Culture cottage cheese. I'm doing a whole serving of this, which is 110 grams. Guys, one of my clients found a giant tub. You know how Foyer has the big freaking tubs of yogurt? One of my clients found a giant tub like double the size of this of Good Culture the other day. I'm taking that as a sign that Good Culture is coming out with large tubs because she saw it in her store. Okay, next must-have ingredient is Ray's no sugar barbecue sauce. People always recommend to me the, what's the other kind? G. Hughes. I use other sauces by G. Hughes, but it is not compared to Ray's, I promise you that. We're doing 1 serving of this, which is 32 grams. I just mix her all up and get it all coated. Actually, I gotta add my salt and pepper. Guys, I'm a seasoning freak, so if you don't like seasoning your food a lot, like you don't have to add all of this stuff, obviously, but it just changes the game for the flavor. You shouldn't be eating boring food whenever you're healthy. All you gotta do is be a little bit creative. And you can make different variations of this bowl too. Sometimes I add like bell peppers or sauteed spinach or onions. You can do it with steak. Sometimes I'll add like sriracha and stuff like that. Here's what the final product looks like when you're done. Now I'm gonna make my avocado toast to go on the side because I've been really intentional about eating a lot of avocado. I put my avocados in little bags like this and just reuse them because like this one, obviously I didn't use it all because it's so big, and I'll just scrape the brown part off the top and it works perfect. 1 sec. So then you can just kind of uncover the green part right here, and then I just kind of like take the green parts out, throw them on. And then if some of it goes brown and I have to throw away some of it, that's fine, but you don't have to waste a whole avocado, you know? See, look how greenish she is under there. So you don't need to just throwing away your avocado for no reason. I usually use about like 1.5 ounces of avocado. I feel like that's like the perfect amount for my avocado toast. So here's what she looks like, and then I could just kind of smush her around, smush her out. And I love, love, love also putting everything bagel on here. Sometimes I'll do just salt and pepper, kind of depending. Also love doing sriracha. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should do that. Actually, I lied. I think I'm not in a sriracha mood. I'm in a spray butter mood, so. Okay, you guys, and then here's our final meal that we're having for lunch. We got some healthy fats, some high protein, of course. This tastes freaking delicious, and this is a perfect side. Like, it really covers the whole 9. So you'll definitely need to try out this recipe because it's one of my go-tos always, and it's so macro friendly. Okay, I'm back, you guys. It is currently, what time is it? 1:17. So I straight up have been in bed. I finished lunch and ate lunch, and I have just been chilling ever since. I'm still not feeling good. I've decided I'm pushing my run off. The weather's a lot nicer, but there's just no way I'm gonna be able to run today. I've been nauseous all day, so like it's really just not the vibe. I know I wouldn't make it through, so I want my run to be good, obviously, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. What I think I'm gonna do instead, normally we go grocery shopping on Sundays, but I'm gonna try to knock that out of the way today because I feel like I can do that just fine, so that I have more time to run tomorrow in between our other priorities and stuff that we have to do with seeing some friends and everything. Pushing run off till tomorrow, gonna grocery shop a little bit later today. We aren't buying a lot of crazy stuff from the grocery store just because obviously we move in 5 days, so we don't wanna like stock our fridge full, but I'm gonna try to get some things to hold us over until we leave so that we're not eating out the whole time, because we'll probably have to be eating out a lot when we're in Dallas, you know, for the first like few days or so. Right now, what I'm gonna shoot for doing is just getting some packing done. I wanna be somewhat productive today so that I can like not have a mental break. I'm meant to be. So let me show you what we're working on right now. We're in my little office space upstairs. I've gotten pretty much everything packed out of this room already, but I do have to do the closet in here, which is kind of where I keep like my winter coats and stuff. The very first thing we're doing is just packing up this closet. I'm just gonna take all of these coats. We have some over here and some over here. I'm gonna take these and throw them in a box and try to finish up this room as step number 1, listen to some podcasts while I do it, and then I'll be back whenever this is done to see what we're on to next. This is productivity step number 1, getting this closet cleaned out, ready to go. Okay, it's 1:49. I'm moving at the speed of an actual snail, but at this point, I'm like, anything productive is better than nothing. So she is all clean and cleared out and ready to go for the move. So now that that's done, I can't really pack up any of the bedding or anything until my husband gets back from work with some trash bags because we ran out. So my next thing on the agenda, I think, is gonna be to do some more in the kitchen. We're doing better. So here's my kitchen. What I'm doing now is I'm putting all of the stuff, like one of each thing that we may need across the next week for cooking and stuff like that. Y'all, I can't pack up everything and eat out. I just can't. Like, we eat at home 90% of the meals, so we're just gonna have to pack this up last. One box here full of kitchen appliances, and what I'm doing, my process, is I'm just stacking all of my boxes up along the walls right here. We have movers that are coming, so I'm stacking them all up just so that the movers can grab the boxes and take them straight outside. So I'm gonna work on the kitchen and get as much done as I can in here, and then I think the next step on our list will probably be doing like boxing up my dresser stuff, but just leaving the boxes open so I can wear clothes out of it when I need to. Okay, I changed because I feel like sometimes, is this just me, but sometimes when you're sick, it's like you just have to change clothes, get refreshed, right? Makes me feel better. So we are about to head to the grocery store, like I said earlier, to pick up some stuff for the week. We don't need a whole lot, but we don't have really everything we need to make well-rounded meals. So I'm gonna make sure that we can get on that grind. And of course, I gotta stock up on my essentials like my bread and all that. I'm headed there now. I got my box of leggings packed up. As you can see, I'm just gonna start little boxes like this. I'm gonna go do groceries first because I'm getting a little burnt out and I need to get some fresh air. We'll do that and then we'll do a grocery haul when I get back so y'all can see what I get for just like a little mini 4-day grocery refresh, I would say. Hi girly pops. Okay, we are back from the freaking store. Guys, it's 5 o'clock and I keep thinking, so I have my whole like yogurt bowl pre-logged in for today, but I seriously don't think I can keep a yogurt bowl down. Like, it's really concerning when a yogurt bowl, the thought of it is kind of like low-key making me nauseous because that has never happened to me in my entire life. The only thing I can think about that's gonna sit well in my stomach, I don't know if y'all are like this, but when my stomach is messed up, like bread is like the only thing, like bread or noodles, not very greasy, but like a margarita pizza, just like bread in general is like the only thing that makes me feel better. So I'm kind of contemplating in my head, like maybe making some grilled cheeses tonight or maybe picking up a pizza. I don't really know. Ugh, I don't know what to do. What I picked up, I'm so scared I'm not gonna be able to get solo bagels. I'm gonna have to start ordering them when I moved to Dallas. So I went ahead and picked up 5 different bags because my store was stocked with them. So I travel with these too, so I can eat them kind of like in the car and stuff. So I'm gonna freeze 3 bags and leave 3 bags out. I also picked up some more bread. I had to get the honey wheat Better Goods kind this time. Normally I get the regular wheat because it's 5 calories lower, but this is all they had. I'm erring towards the side of just pretty much like what my eating is gonna look like this week is probably sandwiches and wraps for lunch. I got some 2 bags of frozen shrimp because I make shrimp wraps that take me like 5 seconds. So I thought these would be good for lunch this week. Just so that I don't have to do a lot and cook a lot because I just need 1 pan. I'm gonna do that and turkey sandwiches because I have turkey, cheese, mayonnaise, all that stuff that I need to use up as well. And then I got some real good chicken tenders too because I go through these like nobody's business, but I thought I could whip these up for lunch really easy in the air fryer too this week, just so that I can minimize the cooking and the amount of dishes needed because I packed up a lot of them. I still have plenty of yogurt and cottage cheese, so I'm thinking yogurt, cottage cheese, my regular like oats, protein cream of wheat, that kind of stuff. I'll be doing that for breakfast because it doesn't take any cooking. And then for dinner, I just picked up like, I think the easiest thing for us to do is just gonna be a grill on the Blackstone. So we'll do some shrimp and then my husband will probably do like salmon or steak or something. But I picked up some peppers and some zucchini to go. I got 3 bags of peppers, 3 big zucchinis, because I mean, obviously this is so easy. All we do when we cook this, chop it up, throw it in the Blackstone, season it, and it's done. Snacks, I'm just gonna do fruit. I picked up some frozen cherries. My husband loves these just like frozen out of the bowl, so these are a really good one to snack on. And then I still have some strawberries left over, but I went ahead and picked up another carton because I go through strawberries so quickly because I put them on my yogurt, but I also eat them by themselves. Okay, another thing I've been loving snack-wise is just doing a big, look how big this cucumber is, y'all, be so for real. That's like seriously, that is as big as my body. Hello. So I love just chopping up some cucumber and eating it with some cottage cheese. I have 2 tubs left that I need to eat, so I'll do that for a snack this week as well. And then, very last thing, I picked up a couple things that we were running low on. This is the moisturizer that I use. It's $6 instead of the $15 CeraVe life hack. And then also just some deodorant. I use men's deodorant and me and my husband share, so we're out of this. And then of course, I got an Alani for every day that I'm gonna be here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then just got some little tacos for my husband because this is the only thing he requested from the store. I'm gonna do some more packing, keep working on my leggings and stuff like that, and put them and organize them into boxes. But I'm really happy with the leeway that we've made today, so not too much left to do. Thank God, I know this vlog has been a little bit boring, but I just wanted to talk y'all through everything that I was doing today. So it's 6:15 currently, Kylan gets off right now, he's headed home. I finished up pretty much the packing that I'm gonna do for the day, so let me show you what I did. So I basically organized all of my clothes into these little boxes for, you know, what's normally in my dresser. So my workout clothes, my workout shorts, sports bras, socks, towels. We got some good progress done on like the dressers and stuff. I'm only at 7,000 steps today, so I'm feeling better. Since I'm feeling better, I'm gonna go and get on my walking pad and do a little walk while I watch an episode. I think I'm done as far as packing and, you know, chores, and then I'll be back for dinner. We are finally to the night the time of the night that I've been waiting for. 7:26 currently. I just got done showering and put my pajamas on. I walked on my treadmill until I hit 12,000 steps, because that's been my daily goal. I was just making sure that I could hit that, so it took me about an hour. Could have made dinner, you know, after I got done walking, like whatever. But I enjoy my meals so much more when I'm sitting in an environment with something I love on the screen, clean, in my bed, everything's fresh and hot. All of the scenarios around mealtime have to be ideal for me to enjoy it, okay? And that's what we just did. I think I'm gonna make my cream of wheat bowl because it's pretty carb heavy. What will be good to sit on my stomach right now. So the very first thing that I'm gonna do is just gonna chop up I'm gonna chop up 2 ounces of this banana, and I'm just gonna kind of air fry it with some, I've never done this before, but I've been seeing people like caramelize their bananas like on a pan. Hopefully this shouldn't take very long considering it's literally just a little bit of banana. Okay, and now in the meantime, we're going to start our cream of rice in the microwave since we have to cook that too. I lied, it's actually cream of wheat, but like same thing. Also, sorry for the air fryer noise in the back. You're just gonna have to deal with it, sadly. So I always use like a flat bowl. I put my cream of wheat. I do about 6 packets of Splenda. I like my stuff sweet, girl. Fat dash of cinnamon. So the next thing up on our list is adding some cauliflower rice to our cream of wheat. I'm doing 120 grams. And make sure it's crumbled up and not in clumps. It basically looks like this, and then I just kind of mix it all up and get it well dispersed before I heat it up in the microwave. We want the cream of wheat to kind of be all up in the cauliflower. And then we're gonna add some water to it, like seriously, just like a 2-second splash. Now we're gonna microwave her for literally 4 minutes and then stir it and probably do it again. So I microwaved it for 4 minutes, and then I added a little bit of extra water and then microwaved it for 2 more minutes. And this is pretty much what it looks like afterwards. It's so freaking good. Really good base. So now we just gotta throw our toppings on. I'm gonna do it over here on the scale. Here's what our bananas came out to. They look really good. I mixed together just some regular plain Greek yogurt with a couple packets of Splenda in here. This goes on first, always. I wish I could get where y'all could see this, but it's just gonna have to be kind of like makeshift. But I just throw this Greek yogurt on the middle. Then next thing, while it's still hot, I'm gonna add some white chocolate, sugar-free chocolate. These are the Lovies brand. They're so good. I don't have enough to do, I'm gonna do like 7 grams. I don't have enough to do just these, so I'm gonna do some of the chocolate ones too, salted caramel ones. Then next topping, we have to do our twisted dough. I'm heating up my confetti twisted dough for like 10-second increments. When I do that, I like heat it up for 10 seconds, then I stir it a little, and I heat it up for 10 more seconds just to kind of get it a little melty. And then usually it only takes 20 seconds. I'm gonna do 15 grams of this on top. I like to get it just like a little bit drizzly when you can. And I'm gonna add that. My camera died a while ago, so I didn't get to show you the rest, but I finished it with some spray butter, some sugar-free syrup, a Biscoff cookie, some blueberries. I know this sounds crazy. And then what else did I put on it? And I think that's it. Of course, I had to take my little Instagram story of it and everything, but I popped it back in the microwave for a few seconds. So let's take the first bite together before I enjoy it and watch the rest of my Mormon wives. It's 7:56. As you can see, it's a little bit of a dedication to prep, but so worth it. Look how glorious this bowl looks. It does it every time, you guys. Okay, let me try one of these caramelized bananas with the Biscoff and everything. I can't even show you it because it's like literally melting off the spoon, but I'm gonna get a bite with the banana in it to see how these are. I honestly need to be a chef. This is seriously probably the best one I've ever made. I'm like astonished. Oh my gosh. Not me drooling in it. Did you see that? That's embarrassing. Good morning, girlies. Okay, it is Sunday morning. It is currently 7:35. Usually we leave for church around 8:10, so it's time to make breakfast. I'm low-key sad that I pushed my run off till today. I couldn't have done it yesterday, so like I didn't have a choice. What sucks is I woke up and it's literally a torrential downpour outside. Like when I tell you it is flooding. So I may have to do my 7.5 miles on the treadmill today, which isn't gonna be fun. But we have to get it done. We have no choice. I feel a lot better this morning. Feeling fresh and reset. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm making for breakfast. I think I'm going to do a cottage cheese bowl this morning. I was going back and forth in my head around what I wanted. Being the queen of yogurt bowls, I just know I can make it hit so well. We're going to lunch with some friends today, but I want to try to keep it light at the restaurant just because I'm going to be doing my run like immediately after. So I'm thinking high protein as possible breakfast so that I can stay full and then not need like a super heavy lunch. The Good Culture 2% cottage cheese. Opening up a new one. I have 2 more I have to get through in 4 days, which is gonna be so easy. We're going in with 2 servings total. This is 220 grams in here. And now let's get into our toppings. The biggest life hack I could ever give you is if you're making a sweet cottage cheese bowl and you don't want it to be as tangy as the cottage cheese comes, add some Splenda and cinnamon and mix it up into the base. Now mix her up into the base. Don't mix it too much because you want the texture to stay thick. So that's what it looks like afterwards. Onto this with is a drizzle of my twisted dough. And then I kind of get it like drizzly like this. So I'm gonna go in with 15 grams. Now that we have this, next step is our crunchies. I haven't been doing these a lot, but I need to use them. So I'm gonna go in with some 7 Sundays. This is the cocoa, real cocoa one, and then some Catalina Crunch cinnamon toast one. I'm just gonna do 10 grams of each of these, and I like to kind of crumble them up a little bit more than they already are. I'm not like a lover of Catalina Crunch, but I gotta use it at some point. I fell into the hype that was TikTok, and I just think y'all are over dramatic. It's not that good, but here's what we have right now. I have some blueberries left that I need to use, so I'm gonna go in with 20 grams of these. 20 grams of blueberries. I just air fried some banana pieces like I did last night to kind of give them that caramelized texture, so I'm gonna add these to the top too. Also, I love when things have differing temperatures, like hot and cold, and so the banana kind of gives it some warmness. Very last step, we're gonna drizzle some sugar-free syrup on top. I'm just gonna do 15 milliliters of this. And then y'all, I love to top it off with some spray butter. I know this isn't the healthiest stuff, but it's so good. So I just do like 6 or so sprays on there. Here's our final product for breakfast. And she's freaking delicious, look at that. So I'll give her a try just so we can kind of get a little taste. Let's get a bite of everything in here. It's perfection. 37 grams of protein, 307 calories. So that is such a huge slay. We're done with church. It is currently 11:27. We're headed to our reservation. We're going to a place called Feed and Folly, which is kind of like a little brunch spot. Look, Kylan matched me today. Isn't that so cute? These are our outfits. So I think what I'm gonna get on the menu, this could change when I get in there. However, they have this grilled chicken dinner, which is 2 chicken breasts, and then it comes with like mashed potatoes and vegetables and stuff. So I think I'm gonna get that because I've had it before and it was really good. If it comes with mashed potatoes, I might eat more of the mashed potatoes than filling up on the chicken, only because I have a run. So I need to get some carbs in because my breakfast was really high protein. But we're just gonna see how we feel, okay? Don't put pressure on me. I am back post lunch. We are headed to the gym right now. I'm forcing myself to get this. Y'all, there's a turtle in the road. Oh my gosh, I have to go save him. Hold on. Oh my gosh, shut up. Look at him. Look at him. Him is scared, I think. Okay, we're gonna save him. I'm really scared though. We have to put him, I'm gonna put him over here, like in the grass, I think. I'm gonna put him in the ditch over here, I think, so he doesn't try to cross the road again. There you go, buddy. Hopefully that works for you. Crawl that way. Oh my gosh, I feel like such a good human of society right now. Okay, back to scheduled programming. I'm forcing myself to go to the gym and get this long run out of the way. You know, the thing is with long runs is I really, for them to not suck, right? For them to be like the runner's high, long distance run sessions that make the run sessions like what you look forward to, right? It's usually like, okay, we want some nice doable weather outside. I prefer it to be like a Saturday morning. I also prefer it to be like with 1 meal in my system. Anyways, I'm complaining when I shouldn't be. It's not that fun, and it's more so one of those things that's like, okay, we have to get it done rather than doing it because it's so joyful and the best thing and so fun, and I look forward to it. I have a 7.5 mile like easy run, so honestly, I'm just gonna put my podcast in to show up on the treadmill and try to zone out and just glide through it. I don't really know how long. I think it's projected to take me like 55 minutes or something like that. So nothing too crazy, and I'm probably not gonna do much outside of that. But I've done 10 before and it was much worse. I brought my electrolytes with me. I've been making sure I'm staying really hydrated. Also, I always do this and I get in my head, but then my afternoon runs are usually always the best. Honestly, I think I feel better when I run in the afternoon because 1, I have more food on my system as long as I don't eat too much throughout the day, and 2, my body is kind of like awake and up and like warm and functioning. You just have to stick to the plan regardless of your feelings. And if it was up to my feelings right now, I would not be doing this. But we are freaking done. It's 3:46.
1:37. So we completed our 7.5 miles in an hour, 2 minutes, 50 seconds at average speed of 7.2 miles per hour on the treadmill. One thing that I was gonna tell y'all that I always do that I think is so beneficial, my long runs where I'm more so focusing on like a steady pace and endurance and form and that kind of thing. I always pretty much every single time don't skip like a sprint at the end. So when it gets to like, this time I did like the last 0.3 miles that I had, I cranked it up 2 miles per hour faster than what I was originally running at and sprinted the last 0.3. No specific reason besides like mindset purposes why I do this, because I promise you, when you have that experience of getting to the very end of something really hard and then pushing even 10 times harder to get to the end of it quicker, so beneficial for your mindset. Because one, it shows you can do hard things. It shows you how capable you are. It shows you that even though something was a climb, doesn't mean that you can't finish it strong. And you can always tap back into that mindset of like, when you do those hard things, other things seem so much easier. Like for example, whenever, like I did that every single time I trained before my half marathon, and whenever things would get really hard during my half marathon, during my actual race, I would just tap it in and remember like, hey, you've done this before and you sprinted at the end of it. Like nothing is as hard as that sprint, so don't make it seem like it's harder than it is. Get out of your own head. You've done more than you could ever think, and tap into that energy. And when you give yourself that experience and that confidence, it just carries over for pretty much everything. Every time you train, every time you have a new goal. I challenge you to do that. Sprint at the end of every run. Good morning, girlies. It is currently 5:30, almost on the dot, heading to the gym to go do leg day. It's Monday morning. Sorry the lighting is so bad. It's so dark and rainy here, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. But I woke up in such a good mood because I get to hit legs today. Not only that though, we're up 50 calories in our reverse diet, which is so fun because I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, I feel like I actually have like a good amount more food and good flexibility with compared to my cutting calories. So basically it just makes me really excited because the reverse is going so well. The only thing that obviously was annoying is I'm up 4 pounds on the scale this morning from what I've been weighing in at the last 2 days, like 4.4 pounds I think. Reason being because I ate like a really heavy sodium based soup last night for dinner, a chicken tortilla soup, and then I was like dousing my salad in salt because I freaking love salad with salt. It happens. I don't look any different other than I'm just holding and retaining a little bit of water, so it's annoying, but I'm just gonna focus today on doing exactly what I always do, and I know it'll come back down because this happened to me like 2 weeks ago whenever I ate I went to a pho restaurant and I was doing the same thing there and the same thing happened. So like I know how my body reacts to like sodium based soups. It's 4 pounds every time. That's not gonna stop me from increasing my calories today because I know it's not fat gain, because I know my calories were where they needed to be. It is move week. I'm so excited. We move on, let's see, it's Monday, we move Thursday, but that's obviously gonna be in the next vlog. Basically before the gym, I just made me some little pre-workout toast that has some twisted dough on it. I'm gonna eat that. And I'm also drinking my little pink slush Alani this morning. Yeah, that wraps up this week. I hope y'all really enjoyed this productive weekend vlog, even though Saturday did not go according to plan. Also, don't forget to go follow my TikTok and Instagram. I'll link them below. Of course, my goal for YouTube is to get to 10K subscribers, so we're very close. We're like 1,200 off. If you haven't subscribed yet, now would be the time. Let's try to hit 10K. Above all, I'm a weight loss coach. It's my passion and reason that I started this platform is to launch my permanent weight loss coaching program, which is basically where I connect with my clients and really help them get the coaching that they need. If you really are trying to achieve like permanent weight loss and breaking out of the overindulgent cycle, breaking out of yo-yo dieting and restriction, and fueling your body for a goal in a way that actually feels sustainable, losing weight along with that, creating your dream body, and just getting to the point where obviously you built that peak confidence for yourself, because it is so freaking free. So if that's you and you feel like you need some accountability and some structure to your life to give you a plan that you need for nutrition and exercise, and also just mindset and how to navigate life without putting your goals last, I'm your girl. I have my permanent weight loss coaching application linked below, so you can apply there and I'll reach out to you to talk about how we can get you started. I hope y'all enjoyed and loved this vlog, and I will see y'all next week for our Dallas move. Bye.